Hey guys, welcome back to another episode where we try and take Weezing to the top of the rank ladders. Last episode we did have two very long drawn out wins, but they were wins nonetheless. We'll get straight into some more battles today, keen to keep it going. We're on a decent win streak right now, so we'll see how far we can take it. Now, we have our first match to get into. This is another hard trick room team. I think that they are actually going to struggle to stop me. Their only mon for setting the trick room up is Torkoal. I imagine they're going to open... Sorry, Torkoal. Their only Pokemon that can set up trick room is Porygon. I imagine they're going to open Rillaboom Porygon. They may even open a Moongus and Porygon. No reason that we don't do this. Palafin does okay here. I do think Incineroar does really well here again. King Gambit can't get its boosts while Weezing's on the field. I think with the Incineroar threatening the Rillaboom and the Amoonguss, Palafin does a good job of dealing with everything else in the back. So I think this is a team we're going to take, and we'll see how we go. Been seeing a few more hard trick room teams. It seems to be rising in popularity at the moment. All these bulky Pokemon that are nice and slow, they don't seem to really suit it. And if we don't clean trick room up turn 1, I think we might be in a little bit of trouble. There it is. So, I think the only way around this is the double up. The real question is going to be, how strong is slacking? Everybody knows how bulky Porygon 2 is. Everybody knows how hard it is to take out in one hit. I doubt slacking right now. I'm hoping slacking can prove to me that he is the best. It's going to be an all or nothing play. Terra Flying. He may expect a fighting move coming from slacking. Little does he know that we just like hitting everything the same. Fake out on the slacking. That's honestly perfectly okay, because we have the taunt on Weezing. I now think it's a bit safer to slow the game down. Rillaboom doesn't really threaten Weezing. He does threaten slacking. I actually think we just continue to slam into this Porygon slot. The quicker we can get rid of it, the better. I think burning the Rillaboom's the play here. He's chosen to sacrifice his Torkoal. Oh wow! Torkoal survives! The first to survive slacking! That is some good damage from the enemy Rillaboom. But he's now cool. I also don't believe that the Rillaboom will survive an attack from slacking, especially after a little bit of chip. So I think we just go for the gunk shot. And then we double edge the Rillaboom. Chance at redemption. Slacking shows what he can do. Not quite a one-shot, but a very solid hit nonetheless. Now, Weezing, you missed 2. There we go. Weezing is finally redeeming himself. After those back-to-back gunk shot misses, he's hit a Will-O-Wisp, he's hit a gunk shot. He's showing us that he did learn from that muck last round. Weezing still has it in him. Now, if you all remember from last game as well, as long as Weezing is on the field, the burn on the Ursaluna won't work. I actually think the play here, yes, to go for the taunt on the Porygon, so even if the Porygon attacks into slacking and picks up the kill, so if Ursaluna protects, Weezing will get his taunt off on the Porygon blocking the Trick Room. And if they don't, they don't protect Ursaluna. Slacking, the one shot, not enough. This is very unfortunate. It all depends on who's faster, adult Ursaluna and slacking right now. So, now that Weezing's gone, Ursaluna does get its boost from the Flame Orb. We aren't in a bad position. We can still knock off the Porygon, get rid of its Eviolite. Palafin is still choice banded, so it is still dishing out some good damage. I think we are going to lock into the Wave Crash. And I think this turn we're just going to fake out Ursaluna, and then the following turn we're going to knock off Porygon. Some decent damage. Try attack on Incineroar. Incineroar, stand Incineroar, very bulky. It's not overly threatened. We can now easily take out the Ursaluna. Now I can get rid of the Eviolite on the Porygon. This is another solid win. A lot of Trick Room teams don't do well into Weezing. They do struggle with it. Again, a very ability heavy team. The Ursaluna needs its guts. Torkoal needs Drought. Rillaboom needs the grassy terrain for its Grassy Glide and its priority and its extra boost to its damage. So Weezing just shuts all of that down while our team isn't affected at all. Porygon's on the half. It's lost its Eviolite. If it doesn't heal right now, yeah, Wave Crash is now going to kill it. It can Trick Room if it survives. But really, it should be trying to recover. It couldn't recover because it was taunted. So, Porygon's lost all ability to recover. From the taunt. And now it's dead. So you can see yet again just how disruptive Weezing is. How much damage Slacking does. Some interesting survivals. Torkoal does have a very high defense stat. Ursaluna also has a lot of health and defense, especially in Trick Room. It is built bulky, so I guess it's no huge surprise there. But game 1, solid win. Let's see how we do in game 2. Alright, match 2. We have a Sun team. So, while we won't be able to prevent the Sun from Whimsicott, we do block the Magic Bounce of Hatterene. We do stop Gastrodon. We can intimidate Dragonite. There's still a lot of play potential here. Whimsicott usually isn't built max speed, so we can get good damage off, but I think the best way for us to do this is if we can set up with Palafin. Well, we always want Weezing first. What am I doing? If we can set up Palafin, I think late game that'll be our win condition. So I do think we want to go with our core 4. Hey guys, if you do have any suggestions on these two slots here, the Sinistcha and the Garganical, please feel free to suggest them. These slots are my least 2 confident slots in the team, so I'm very open to replacing them. When you are looking for Weezing partners, you're looking for Pokemon with really good moves and stats. You're not really worried about their abilities at all. I think this is how we want to play it. There it is. Torkoal Whimsicott. Not surprised to see this at all. Most Whimsicott will go Focus Sash. I think for our sake here, we do just want to protect. And I think we can just go for a flip turn. I do want to do it on the Whimsicott. They very rarely carry Protect, and even if it sets up a Tailwind, we're still going to be faster. Torkoal's not getting an attack off before we flip turn. Torkoal may protect, so Whimsicott can set up the Sun. So we'll see how this goes. We do get a turn 1 Terror. Terrify Torkoal. It does not want to take any damage here. Incineroar will come out. We're probably taking an Eruption right now. We're just going for Terra Water Wave Crash. That would have been a clean one-shot on the Torkoal. In fact, I think even just Wave Crash into the Torkoal would have been a one-shot before this Sun gets up. It did set Tailwind up. That is interesting. It will now be able to, with priority, set up Sunny Day. Took it like a champ. We do have a turn here to try and kill this Whimsicott, and we are just going to fake out straight into the Torkoal. Prevent it for a turn, and then we can Parting Shot and pivot, and then we can bring in either Palafin or Slacking depending on what this Whimsicott does this turn. It didn't set up Sunny Day, so I think we're just going to go straight back into Palafin. With Whimsicott gone, they have no way to now manually set up the Sun, which means that if we can Parting Shot into Palafin, we will be in an amazing situation, especially because this Gastrodon cannot redirect with its Storm Drain. We are just going to protect Weezing, and I think the best move here is to just Parting Shot, take the damage, Parting Shot out, and even if we lose Incineroar, I still think we are in a fantastic position. The option does come out. This is going to do no damage, no extra damage. We will survive this. It's all about if we're faster than the Gastrodon. They do double up. Incineroar, just showing why it's one of the best Pokemon in the game. I am a bulky Incineroar. But I do have speed investment, so I'm not the world's bulkiest, which is really interesting to see. Now, I know that Gastrodon cannot one-shot my Weezing even with a crit. I am going to taunt it in case it wants to get some recover shenanigans going on. And I think we just wave crash straight into this Torkoal. I don't want to use my Terra yet. That is a very fast Torkoal. Now, depending on how this Gastrodon's built, in fact, I almost think that might be a choice Scarf Torkoal. Depending on Gastrodon, he may kill Weezing now. Gastrodon now has Storm Drain, but they don't have their Tailwind. I have my Slacking. Now, if you remember, the way Slacking works, I get one turn, and then I get nothing. So I think right now, my only options is to double edge this Gastrodon and switch to Incineroar. Incineroar will go down here, but I am confident that as long as I kill this Gastrodon, I will win. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should just double edge the Sylveon and then dealt with the Gastrodon the following turn. I don't think Gastrodon could have killed my Slacking, but we'll see how this turn plays out. If it's Hyper Beam Sylveon, that would be very scary. Sylveon is a fantastic Pokemon. I do keep using it myself. Throat Spray, I think, is a bit more common. Choice Specs is the least common, but Choice Specs Hyper Beam Pixelate, it's crazy damage. Gastrodon is protecting. Let's hope it's not the Hyper Beam variant. It's Hyper Voice. Alright, that is a Choice Specs Hyper Voice. Now this is awkward. I need to win my own speed type. If I win the speed tie, I will kill that. I think they are the same speed. Yes, they are. Oh no, Slacking's loafing around. Very unfortunate. Well, some misplays. I should have double-edged into that Sylveon. If I'd knocked it out, I could have just close combated with Palafin rather than needing to use a water move. I should have just played smart there. So, first loss. The win streak is over, but we don't want to finish on a loss. Alright, here we go. Match 3. A Dondozo team! I like this. I like to see the Ninetales and the Frostlass. That is innovative. I do always enjoy innovation. Dondozo teams obviously don't work with Weezing. They will probably be very aware of that. They won't open Dondozo. I'm thinking that we may just go straight on the offense. They can't get their ice up. I don't really see anyone who really threatens us. I am expecting to see the Garchomp, to be honest. I do think Garchomp is very likely to be brought. I think we might have our first Sinistcha game here. I think we want to play slow and try and go for some crippling. And I think this is a Sinistcha game. I'm not expecting them to bring the Ice Core, because they know that the Ice Core won't work. Or they should know the Ice Core won't work. If they don't bring that Ice Core and I'm up against the Dragons, I think Sinistcha is a lot better suited. Palafin doesn't really work here. Garganacl obviously doesn't really want to fight any of those water types either. So, our first Sinistcha game. Sinistcha is a bit harder to play with. It does involve Rage Powdering and pivoting at the right times. They did bring the Fire Core. That is very interesting. I think we just go straight for damage into the Ninetales. I don't even think it's point using Fake Out. I think it'll just be a light clay Ninetales. I don't imagine it's going to switch. And I think that clearing it out so we can afford to pivot a bit more, maybe a bit smarter. Because if we have to switch Weezing out for Sinistcha, we don't want the hail going up at all. Light Clay, Aurora Veil, Dondozo behind Aurora Veil is a nightmare to deal with. Even without Tatsugiri in it, it is incredibly bulky. One of the first teams I used that was actually a snow team. It's ridiculous just how bulky your Pokemon get behind your Aurora Veil. So both of these Pokemon are very fast. Ninetales does rely on the weather for its bulk to defense. So that is quite an easy one-shot there. He does bring out Dondozo. What will be interesting is if he has Earthquake. If he has Earthquake, we could be in for a rough time. I don't think I want to Terra Flying because we just saw it use its Thunderbolt. So we may just wait and see what it does. I do think Will-O-Wisping that is a great idea. I am assuming this Frostlass is Focus Sash. I think getting some damage into it's a good choice here. He may not know that they don't work unless he's got Ability, Shield, Tatsugiri. He does not. I used to run Ability, Shield, Tatsugiri as soon as Weezing was available when I played with Dondozo for this very reason. See, Tatsugiri is now incredibly crippled. The Dondozo can't go for another Earthquake or it will kill its friend. Here I think I just want Incineroar to go down. I don't even think I want a Parting Shot. I think I just want to get my slacking on the field and win. If we do get an attack off, this knockoff will be more than enough to deal with the Tatsugiri. Unless it obviously protects his turn as well. Does go for the Draco. I'm not surprised. I would want to kill that as well as quick as I could. He goes for Earthquake again. He just wants this Weezing removed. The Tatsugiri is incredibly low on health. Weezing's not dying to the Draco. While we have Sucker Punch available, we can just lock it down. I think slacking just wins us the game from here, honestly. I think we can now ignore Dondozo because Sinistra will beat Dondozo in a 1v1. We just need to clear out the partner Pokemon. We will taunt into Dondozo, and we'll Sucker Punch. Actually, I want to avoid damage on Weezing, so I am, for the first time ever, going to Terra my Weezing to dodge the Earthquake. And I think we're just going to go for Taunt, actually. I think we don't want Dondozo protecting, so we can just wail down on it. And we will just get rid of this Tatsugiri now with a Sucker Punch. I didn't Terra. I keep forgetting that if you back out, you don't Terra. That's okay. Weezing will survive this, no issue. In fact, we're going to end up with more health than we started with, thanks to this Citrus Berry. Weezing heals up. Slacking still at great health. Now we know this thing is just going to spam is just going to spam Earthquake. He may switch over to Wave Crash now, actually. I do wonder if it's Choice Specs or Choice Scarf Frostlass. It may just be Focus Sash. That would be a good choice. While we are ahead like this, I think it is safer just to play it safe and protect. And go for the Sucker Punch. He has not used his Terra yet. He may use it right now. No Terra. Sucker Punch connects. It is a clean one-shot. I'm not sure what that item is. I don't believe the crit mattered, because ice teams don't run a lot of defense, they run a lot of special defense because the snow boosts their defense. So I do believe out of snow, but especially out of Aurora Veil, that was not an important crit. We will, if they stick around, get to see just how much damage Slacking does. We are going to switch out. He will gain his ability, but we do get this one turn. Nah, it's game. They've cancelled the battle. Very understandable, very respectable. There you go, we do end on a win. So, 2 wins, our first loss. That loss was from some very poor predictions in playing of myself. I should have double-edged that Sylveon. I should have just ignored Gastrodon, knowing it was their win condition. Knowing that I only had that one turn of double edge, I should have gone for the Sylveon. That was my mistake, but we did still get the 2 wins. As always, we'll have a look at where the rank sits. We are 1 win from rank 9. Alright guys, I will catch you all in the next episode.